We're steadily approaching the close of the season, and we've massively overachieved what was expected of us at the start of our employment. However, we're not done yet. Today, we try and secure ourselves a spot in the quarter final of the Intermediate Cup. What's happening, guys? Hello and welcome to episode 6 of Unknown to Icon. I'm Razmataz, and since you were last with me, we've played a few games in the league. Things haven't necessarily gone the way that we wanted them to, but it's not the end of the world. We are still, I believe, now 10 unbeaten in the league, which is good. But we played again after our game against Knockbreda and Port Stewart. We then played Ballymacash Rangers, which, if we jump into here, it was a 4-4 draw. As you can see, they went at 1-0 up early on, and I was a bit sort of panicky as to what was going to happen there. We then popped in 3 just out of nowhere, which is lovely, before half time. And then obviously, as you can see, it did end up being a 4-4 draw across the course of the second half. Following that game, we then played against Distillery, who were bottom of the table. Again, another kind of disappointing result, to be honest. 2-2 draw against those guys. I believe, if I remember correctly, it was pretty much, 1 for 1 all the way through. I really thought we were going to lose it here, the penalty. I wasn't sure that it was a penalty, to be honest. But, we moved past that and then scored a last-minute winner ourselves to bring it back for a draw. But our form at that point and our, unbeaten run, certainly in the league anyway, was looking a bit shaky. But then we pulled it back. So we played Port Stewart again, and this time no need for penalties or extra time. We absolutely smashed them. So McCavitt obviously put in the performance of a lifetime, 9.9. As you can see with the numbers there, we dominated them for near enough the whole game. This all came sort of in this middle section here, and then they didn't really do much again for the rest of the game. But 2-0 up, back to 2-2, and then we did put 3 past them after they had a goal disallowed as well. So it was a really, really good result to watch. Today, we are obviously playing our Intermediate Cup 4th round game against Kilmore Rec. Kilmore Rec are currently down in the unplayable divisions in Northern Ireland, so I'm very, very confident that we'll be able to get a job done on those guys. Should be a much easier run through than what it was against Port Stewart, but, I've jinxed myself before, so I'll just stop talking about it. We are going to get straight in after having a look at the league. So, as you can see, based on those last 3 results, 6th place, Banbridge, 25 points, so only a couple of points away from sort of that 4th place, 3rd place, depending on, if the university drop points. But with them having a game in hand over us, probably not too likely. But we do have a very big challenge coming up for us in the league next as well, because we are playing Myola Park. That being said, let's get into our Intermediate Cup game for today and have a little look at the squad that we're going to put out. Here is the squad for today's game then. So making 0 changes from that last game that we played against Port Stewart. So Hunter in goal, Connor at left back, Owen and Fielding at centre-back, Brown at right-back, OG Gallagher and Jenkins at central midfield, Davies coming in from the left, Dixon from the right, and then Pedro and McCavitt up top. Not many subs, obviously, to go into these cup games with, and these guys are a little bit tired, as we only just played that game against Port Stewart just 2 days ago. But I'm hoping that they should be able to hold out for the majority of the game, and then we can bring these boys in just to see out the result at the end. Let's get stuck into the game and book our place in the quarter final. Everything's looking all good there. Pick up last time we left off. All right, here we go. So, as you can see, loss, draw, win. So, our form has been a little bit ropey, but we're getting better. We are getting better. That draw technically doesn't count, though, because that was the one where we went to extra time and penalties, and we actually won the game and made it through to this match itself. So, we'll see what happens there. Everything's looking good in terms of speed. We'll drop that down maybe 1 more. Got key highlights on. Hopefully, we get quite a few highlights today. We should be able to see us banging in a few goals against these lot. But, I mean, at the moment, it's not looking likely. Nearly 20 minutes in, nothing's happened. 2 shots, there we go. We're on the board at least. Short pass and hit the early cross. Sure, let's do something to change it up. Oh, here we go. First highlight is for them, potentially. Oh, it is as well. Ooh, that was a lovely block. Who was that? Owen. Good effort, fella. Nice one to just stick your leg out there and stop the ball from rolling straight into the net. No doubt Hunter's little arms wouldn't be able to make it. Here we go. Brown picking up the ball on the left wing. Turns, pulls it back to Gavin Conn. and to Jenkins, and nothing more happens there. Not too much having gone on. We've had 6 shots, but none of them on target. 7-1. There we go. We will remove get stuck in. I was just thinking about that, and we will tell our lads to work it into the box because we're obviously struggling to make the most of our chances. And that is half time. Not much has gone on there at all, really. Their XG is actually better than ours now. We're not looking at our best. We do seem to do this though. Games that we should win, we don't. Like Distillery, like Ballymacash Rangers, we should have won those games, definitely. And for whatever reason, we just haven't. Look, passing hasn't been good enough. Let's get out there. Score at least one. Just so that we can relax a little bit and know that we're going through. I don't want to have to deal with extra time and penalties again. I don't think these lot can deal with it after playing a game just a couple of days ago. Owen's looking a bit tired there, as per usual. Fielding's on a yellow card, so we'll have to be careful. Gavin Conn's just lost the ball, though, to Carville. Slots it through. Hunter just scoops it up off the floor nicely. We need to do something here. Having a couple more opportunities, which is good to see. I'm almost tempted to turn that down to a positive mentality. Perhaps where we're playing attacking, this is where we're letting them in. And I do not want to do that, but we are going to demand more from the boys. This isn't enough. Performances are starting to look a little bit better. Dixon not having the greatest of games, but he's popped back up to a 6.6 now. Owen is looking tired, so we definitely are going to swap him over. Let's bring on Joe Cooney. We'll swap these two around though, because I do not want Fielding getting sent off. So we will tell him to ease off the tackles. In terms of performances, DJ Pedro not having the best of games, and he's also tired. I think what we should possibly look to do is bring on Jack Evans as a target forward. Elliot Owen was absolutely knackered there, wasn't he? Noel Fielding's just not looking in the best of ways, but everybody else seems to be playing okay. James Dixon could be an opportunity to swap over for Ryan Gawley, but we'll leave him for now, considering we're only going to have one sub left. But we do need to get a bit more from these gents now. Right. Con to McCavitt, back to Con. Slots it through to Jenkins. Doesn't get tackled, which is good. Oh, that's a penalty. It's got to be a penalty. It is a penalty. Lovely job. It said down the bottom there that it didn't look like it was a penalty, like it wasn't a foul. But to me, that looked like a foul all day long. And McCavitt does bury the penalty in the bottom right-hand corner. Beautiful stuff. Not the most glorious of goals, but we'll take it. Being 1-0 up was necessary at this point. They are on the attack here, though. It is their highlight. Ball through into the middle. Fielding's headed it with a diving header. Only makes it so far as to the edge of the box. Oh, no. They'll feel justified in getting that back. That just wasn't great, was it? The defending was not on point there. I think Brown it is that makes the stop. Fielding hits the ball out. It's Brown just there. In fact, it's not. It's Gavin Conn, isn't it? Makes the block, but it falls straight to Conlon. And who's that? Number 4. Fielding. Just can't make the header. All right. Something's got to give here. Who's performing badly? These boys are having an okay game. Lewis Hunter, shocker. Should have come out to get that, apparently. James Dixon is not having the greatest of days. Tom Jenkins is tired. I feel like we bring on Cohen. I don't want us to lose the ball in midfield. OG Gallagher with the corner. Come on then. Near post corner. Let's go. Slot the header in. It was as well, but Cummins managed to get his head to it. Back to OG Gallagher. Can he put another ball in? No, he's going to have a crack. It's gone in. Oh, leave it to the captain to sort us out when we're not playing our best. Beautiful stuff. Floats the ball over. I was panicky for a second that he might have been offside, but he was well on, to be honest. They've just let him have far too much space there. He's gone through. Goalkeeper's had a crack at it, but it is perfectly placed in that right-hand corner. Lovely job. Right then, boys, let's just hold this out. We'll praise you for a job well done. Cohen to take the corner. Oh, there it is. Joe Cooney gets his head on it. That's 3-1, and that is the game done, I'm sure, with 5 minutes left to go. I've seen us capitulate before, but not quite that bad. So I reckon we might be able to hold out for this last 5 minutes, and it seems like we're on the up a little bit. Ball to Curran, hoofs it forward. Their player's running on, but Fielding is going to get there. He knocks it forward to Evans, manages to get the ball to McCavitt, plays it across out wide to Dixon. Back to Brown, through to OG Gallagher, the saviour of the day. Tries to play the ball through to Evans, but Evans isn't quick enough to make it past the defender. And to be honest, it's probably a little bit far for him anyway. It's gone straight into the hands of the keeper. Fielding plays it over to Gavin Conn. To Davies on the wing, who's lost the ball to Carville. This is exactly the same goal that they scored last time. Oh, thankfully, he's had a bit of a shocker there with his shot and he's missed. I would have been nervy with only a 1-goal lead, to be honest. 4 minutes. Here we go. Lovely job, lads. Well done. Secured a spot in the quarterfinals. We're massively overachieving in this competition compared to what the board wanted, which is great to see. We made our lives a little bit difficult there up until the end, but that is a solid result for us and a good win that puts us through to the quarters. Well, it looks like the draw has taken place and it's a pretty big one. So we have drawn Limavady United in the quarter-final. Limavady United, who are currently sat in the same league as us, 2 places above us in 4th spot. So I think what I'm going to do is not play the Moyola Park game and I'm going to go on through and we're going to see that quarter-final against Limavady United and see if we can push on to the semi-finals and then be pretty close to booking ourselves a spot in a final, which would be great for a season that really didn't start off that well. If we can finish top half of the table and potentially win a trophy this season, that's got to be good for the managerial record, right? Well, as you can see, the game against Moyola Park did not go to plan. So we have been defeated after a 10-game unbeaten streak in the league. And the result was a 3-1 loss. To be honest, we did well to even score a goal. It was so poor that at one stage, I think they had 17 or 18 shots to our 0. They were absolutely dominant of us the entire game. And we just could do nothing against them. Sean OG Gallagher scored an absolute worldie of a goal. I wonder if I can show you that one. Just so you can see what we managed to pick up at the end. But it was terrible. Own goal by McCavitt. Like it was a mess of a game. But ball came in, nothing came from the corner. Really thought they were going to pick it up and get on the break here, and then OG Gallagher just cracks it straight from out there. Great goal. Good for him to have a good result. He's been definitely our most consistent player. I was going to say star player, but it probably is McCavitt, but he is our most consistent player of this save so far. But yeah, unfortunately, no joy there against Moyola Park. Hopefully, we have a better run against Bangor and then take some confidence into the Limavady United game. We have managed to get the win over Bangor, which was great. It was 2-1. Little bit ropey at the end. They were definitely the better side there throughout the majority of the match, to be totally honest. This goal from Reece Neal was just insane from miles out. Way more shots than we had, way more on target. Looked like the better team all round, but thankfully managed to get 2 nice early goals and then we managed to hold it out, which is good. One of them was from a penalty as well. So we didn't have Stephen McCavitt for the majority of the game, but then we brought him in just at the tail end just to see us through. He didn't really change much, but we managed to get the win, which is good. We've done a double over Bangor this year, which means we're currently sat in 5th position as well on 28 points. So we're only 3 points behind Limavady United, who we're about to play in the Intermediate League Cup quarter-final. Okay, we are about to play the quarter-final of the Intermediate Cup. If we manage to make it past Limavady today, we are just 1 win away from reaching a cup final in our first year in charge of Banbridge Town, but also our first year as a manager. I reckon that's pretty good, especially with where we're at in the table at the moment. But this is the squad that we're going for. Hunter in goal, Willis at right back, Snodden and Fielding at centre back, and Brown at right back. OG Gallagher and Jenkins through the central midfield as usual. Downey coming in from the left, Dixon from the right, and Pedro McCavitt up top as our partnership. We've got some decent options on the bench that give us a good opportunity where we've got a couple of players that can play right back and centre back. Midfielder, Davies, who can obviously play across both of these positions and in central midfield if necessary, and then Jack Evans as our replacement striker. I'm excited and nervous all at the same time. Strange set of emotions, but let's get into the game. Now, we actually were the favourites in this match, which was really surprising to me. It could be based on form. I don't know how Limavady have been doing recently, but we have been looking pretty good in recent times. They've been pretty good as well. So we'll have to see as and when the game goes through. We'll have to see, obviously, why we were the favourites in terms of that, because they are sat above us in the league. They have been up in that kind of, top 4 or 5 places all year, as opposed to us who have only very recently made our way up to that top half of the table. But let's see if we can get the job done today. We are at home, so we have got the advantage. Maybe that's what tips us over the edge as favourites. Looking relatively even as things stand at the moment. They've had the better bit of possession. Here we go. Hunter in goal. Ready to take a goal kick. Taking his time with it. Bangs the ball forward. Straight over the top. McCavitt's nicked it away from the defender. Oh, he's only gone and missed. Oh, that doesn't happen very often from McCavitt. He doesn't often miss when he's one-on-one with the keeper. Willis, ball in. Nobody there to get it. McCavitt does pick up the ball. He's everywhere today. Drops it forward to Fielding. He drops it back for Brown. Over the top to Connor Downey. Downey, ball out to Willis on the corner of the box. We're playing it very safe today. Back to Brown. Over the top to Downey. Heads the ball into the middle. McCavitt again with a header. On target. Goalkeeper makes a save and it goes out for a corner. I feel like this is going to be a very chaotic match. OG Gallagher then with the corner. Sends it near post. McCavitt wasn't able to beat. I'm not going to attempt to say that name. To the ball. Defender heads it away. OG Gallagher back out to Willis. Pops it forward to Dixon. Evidently nothing happened there because they just cut the highlight off. So clearly, header wasn't very good. Right. Free kick, interesting one. Slots it out to the outside of the box. Comes off of the corner of both sticks there. Snodden's knackered, saying that we should replace him. He's taking a knock. That's what's going on. Oh, should have done that a bit quicker, really, shouldn't I? Ball in. Brennan heads the ball over the top. All right, perhaps that's why they're getting the better of their chances. Injured, but feels he can play on. He's on a 6.4, so he's not having a great game, probably because of his injury. Let's take Snodden off. It does mean that we bring on Joe Cooney at central defend. We'll leave everything else for now, although a couple of players are concerning me with their ratings at the moment. The majority of the team are doing okay. Just James Dixon and Stephen McCavitt we need to keep an eye on. But let's press on for now and hope that they're not our downfall. Almost to half time. Be a good chance to give the boys a good talking to. Oh, and Jenkins is injured. Oh, that's not good. Potential foot injury. Not good at all. Chris Cohen comes on. Good job we've got a top tier central midfielder to come on in his place. But that's 2 knocks that we've had real early on in this game within the first half. And they are definitely having the better game. Let's get back out there, lads. We'll encourage the boys. Pedden, free kick. Ooh, was a good one, but just over the bar. Rattles the top of the net. Straight into another highlight here there. Hunter knocks the ball forward. OG Gallagher picks it up in midfield. That's lovely to see. Cohen drops it back to Fielding, puts the ball over for Pedro, but he's not going to be quick enough to get there. Cohen does, however, beat Brown to the ball. Ball up to Connor Downey. He put the cross in, but it was a deflection actually. Oh, DJ Pedro from outside of the box. Against the run of play, we're 1-0 up. Things you love to see when you're not playing your best, but you somehow manage to put yourself ahead. Pedro down to McCavitt, drops it back to Pedro. Oof. Pedden's going to be fuming with himself. He's not stuck a leg out there. Goes straight into the bottom right hand corner. Lovely job from DJ Pedro. We'll even give him some praise for that. That was good. Connor Downey to take the corner near post. Fielding's on it. Oh, lovely job. We're 2-0 up. That is exactly what you want. That near post corner was wonderful. In comes Fielding out of nowhere, attacking the near post. Gets his head on it, off of the post and in. Couldn't have placed it more perfectly if he tried. Lovely job. I was getting a bit nervous there. I really thought with those couple of injuries we were going to be in trouble, but we seem to have really picked up our socks here. And we've had a cracker of a game so far. Oh, and it's 3. Their goalkeeper's had a mare. He'll be fuming that he hasn't saved that. But Willis, unbelievable stuff. What a cracking free kick. Where's that been this whole time that you've been here? I always end up having to bring Willis off for poor performance. If he puts one of those in every game, he can stay on no matter whether he's playing at a 5 rating, you know? 3-0. Lovely. Dunlop does pick it up just in front of the open goal mouth. Cooney puts the ball over the top to Downey, across to Pedro, straight at the keeper this time, unfortunately. No more magic from DJ Pedro. Dixon's got to come off. He's on a 6.4. It's just an embarrassing performance from him there. McCavitt's got himself back up to a 6.9. Anybody tired? Not really. DJ Pedro's getting that way, but for now, he's going to be okay. We have got... That's it, actually. That's us done for subs, so we are going to have to hold out the way we are. Wells, he's trying again, different position. This time, their striker does manage to get his head on it, drops it down to Brennan. Tolland. Trying to get past Davies on the wing, but it's not going to happen. Pedden puts the ball over for Brennan. Puts it in the centre. Brown's there. Heads it straight over the bar. Hunter seems to have it covered, though. Oh, so an interesting one. Oh, Downey's picked up a knock now as well. We'll leave him on for a minute. We don't want to go down to 10 minutes. Oh, that was a lovely free kick. That was a lovely free kick. Top bins. Hunter was there as well. His aerial reach didn't have anything to do with that, I don't think. He had his hands way up, very, very close. It just curled itself right in. Maybe Hunter should have done a bit better, but great free kick from them. Connor Downey, I'm going to have to see if I can keep you on for just a minute, mate. We'll take you off now with 2 minutes to go. We are down to 10 men, but there it is. Quarter final. We made it through. We are through to the semi-finals of the Intermediate Cup. The board are going to be so happy. We've massively, massively overachieved in this competition this year. And another great performance from some of the boys. Started off a bit slow, but we managed to pull it back and managed to get ourselves a lovely 3-1 win at home against Limavady, who are above us in the table. So... And I don't remember the last time we played them in the league, so we might have to play them soon in the league, which this will be good. This will give us some nice boost in confidence to hopefully go and beat them in the league as well. Right, here is the draw for the semi-final. We have been drawn away from home against Bangor. Bangor, a team that we've beaten twice in the league this year. Admittedly, we did struggle against them when we played away from home last time, but we'll see how we go. Should be fine, really. I mean, if we've beaten them twice already, what's a third time, eh? So away from home against Bangor. And that game is scheduled to take place after the end of the season. Well, following a slight change of plan after we made it through the 4th round of the Intermediate Cup, we now are semi-finalists and we will be taking on Bangor away from home. When we come back next time, we will be playing the last game of the season against Tobermoor United, and then we'll be taking on that Intermediate Cup game to try and secure ourselves a place in the final. If you enjoyed the video and the series so far, please do drop a like. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more FM23 content.